The emergency lights flickered, casting long dancing shadows across the laboratory. Elias scrambled back from the diagnostics panel, his shoulders screaming in protest. The holographic projection of Mars, once vibrant with scientific promise, was gone, swallowed by the encroaching darkness. Thorne lay slumped against the observation console, clutching his side, his face a mask of pain and something else. Recognition. Fear. Thorne. Report. Elias's voice cracked with desperation. The lingering static from the energy discharge buzzed in his ears. He risked a glance at the paradox level indicator. It was oscillating wildly, threatening to breach the red zone. Thorne groaned, his eyes fluttering open. Adaptation, he roused, his gaze fixed on the diagnostics panel. They are learning. Learning what? Thorne, we need to initiate the temporal lock protocol. The paradox level is critical. No, Thorne said, his voice gaining strength, a disturbing edge creeping in. We're close, so close to understanding their methodology. Suddenly, a guttural hiss echoed through the lab, followed by the metallic clang of armor against the reinforced doors. Protocol Omega-7 blared through the intercom, a shrill, automated warning. Containment breach, Elias yelled, instinctively moving to reinforce the lab doors. What's happening? The armored figure forced its way through the door, a hulking silhouette against the flashing emergency lights. Its helmet obscured any facial features, but the archaic design suggested a connection to the Martian drones themselves. It raised a weapon, a ray gun, archaic yet undeniably powerful, and hurled at Thorne. Protect him! Elias shouted, diving towards Thorne. He managed to deflect the beam with a hastily constructed energy shield, the impact jolting his injured arm. The armored figure spoke, its voice distorted by the helmet's vocoder. Aris Thorne, the architect. Your meddling ends now. Thorne's eyes widened, a flicker of something akin to terror crossing his face. How do you know my name? The diagnostics panel flickered, the chaotic theta stream coalescing into a single stark message displayed in ancient Sumerian characters. Elias recognized the script from a dusty tome he's briefly studied. He scrambled to translate, whispering the words aloud. The cycle will continue. The loom must be rewoven. Before Elias could decipher the complete message, a figure materialized beside Thorne, a mirror image, older, more weathered, yet undeniably Thorne himself. The doppelganger's eyes glowed with an unsettling intensity. You cannot stop it, Aris, the doppelganger said, his voice a chilling echo of Thorne's. The cycle demands balance. The loom must be rewoven. Who are you? What do you want? Thorne demanded, struggling to his feet, pain etched on his face. The doppelganger smiled, a cruel, knowing expression. I am you, Aris. Your future. I am the guardian of the cycle, the architect of the loom. The cycle? The loom? What are you talking about? Thorne's voice was laced with confusion and growing dread. The universe operates on principles you cannot comprehend, Aris, the doppelganger replied, gesturing to the diagnostics panel. The Martian drones are not a threat, they are a consequence. They are the product of a carefully orchestrated chain of events, a necessary component of a grander design. You manipulated us. You allowed them to develop these countermeasures just to what? Advance your cycle? Elias interjected, his voice trembling with anger and betrayal. The doppelganger ignored Elias, focusing solely on Thorne. Your actions have disrupted the balance, Aris. You sought to understand, to control, but you only risked unraveling the very fabric of reality. I was trying to save them, Thorne protested, to prevent their collapse. Their collapse is inevitable, Aris, the doppelganger said, his voice laced with sadness. It is a necessary stage in the weaving of the loom. The universe requires destruction to be reborn. The armored figure raised its ray gun again, aiming at Thorne. The architect has spoken. The cycle must be maintained. Thorne's eyes darted between the armored figure and his doppelganger, a horrifying realization dawning on his face. What have I done? Suddenly, the diagnostics panel emitted a high-pitched whine. The Sumerian message flickered again, resolving into a single, jailing sentence. Asterisk, the threads are tangled. The weaver returns. Asterisk, a surge of energy pulsed outwards, engulfing the laboratory in a blinding white light. When the light subsided, Thorne and his doppelganger were gone. The armored figure stood motionless, its ray gun still raised. Elias lay slumped against the console, his vision blurring, the last thing he heard being the echoing words of the doppelganger. The loom awaits.